10 on your side has been asking Hampton Roads Transit for Norfolk Tide Light Rail's progress report for weeks now.
Tonight, those numbers are in. Andy Fox sat down with the man who's crunching the numbers. Andy?
Yeah, Nicole and Stephanie, there's good news. Light Rail had an average of 4,800 passengers a day, paying passengers apparently, 4,800. The estimate was for almost half of that, so it is really doing well. The bad news, Light Rail does not come close to supporting itself, and it's in that the critics of Light Rail take comfort. This is a reality check that even with good numbers, the opponents of Light Rail coming to Virginia Beach will be coming out in force.
Tide outperforms estimates.
That's the headline for HRT CEO and President Philip Schuchat. Light Rail doing much better to support itself than predicted.
Yes, it's still subsidized, but it's subsidized at a lower rate than was anticipated.
Light Rail fare collections. In September, fares covered 15% of the operating costs. In October, it was 19%. It was first estimated fares would only cover 9% of operating costs.
Is good news for any taxpayer.
Light Rail coming to Virginia Beach has no bigger critic than city activist Robert Dean.
I don't buy any of it. And if you as a Virginia Beach citizen and a taxpayer, you shouldn't be buying it either. Don't buy a pig in a poke. This is pork rail, not light rail.
After 2 months of operating, Light Rail is costing Norfolk taxpayers less per month than expected. But taxpayers are still footing all but about 20% of the operating costs.
Okay, let's give them 20%. So I walk into a restaurant, I order a $10 meal, I walk up to the counter, I give them $2. Then you have to fork over the other $8 to pay for. Such a deal.
Dean also reminds Virginia Beach taxpayers, Norfolk taxpayers were responsible for $80 million of the total cost of Light Rail, and Virginia Beach taxpayers will pay much more.
To pay that debt service plus the operating expenses, it's beyond the capabilities of Virginia Beach taxpayers.
I understand anyone being cynical about a number that comes from HRT.
Schuchat says it's not his job to sell Light Rail to Virginia Beach, but he insists the Light Rail numbers after 2 months operating are much better than expected. So you don't buy all this good news?
Don't buy any of the news. And I say, let the Virginia Beach taxpayers take it to a referendum.
Yes, that's what Robert Dean says, that even with all of this good news for Virginia Beach, the only way really for Virginia Beach to decide whether Light Rail is right is not in the numbers that Philip Schuchat is giving, but in the voting booth where the voters will go in a referendum. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.